Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers, so if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, at this point, there's so much going on behind the scenes concerning OTF and Lil Durk. The internet is going to force the feds to indict Lil Durk just because. Right? And I don't wish jail or death for anybody, so we're going to say God forbid. But it seemed like every other day there's a new allegation flying around tying Lil Durk to some sort of case, somehow, some way. Now, I was a little reluctant about covering this after seeing a bunch of bloggers already covering it, because at the end of the day, all we can do is try and put pieces to the puzzle together, but unless anything is actually confirmed legally, it's all hearsay. And I find it funny because a lot of these bloggers that's covering this type of content that would fit into the whole conspiracy theory category used to downplay it and say platforms like ours were just conspiracy theories. However, it seems like these days everybody is trying to piece things together and saying why this one allegedly did this, did that, etc. Nonetheless, it is interesting, and I guess we'll just put our 2 cents in and see what you guys think about the recent allegations that's flying around. Now, for y'all that don't know what's been going on lately, it seemed like Bricc been having a lot going on over there on No Jumper. And honestly, I would say that No Jumper as a whole been having a lot going on, from the gang politics that's starting to intervene, to its owner Adam 22 and Whack 100, down to Poetik Flakko glorifying snitching and having rappers locked up, along with his co-host Remo agreeing with the behavior. First, it started with Remo telling the world how Poetik Flakko gave surveillance footage to LAPD based on an altercation that he had with some OTF members, and although it wasn't specified, Remo was the one that mentioned Duty Low's name during the interview and also stated that he was contacted by Bezu to speak with Flakko. But that's a whole different situation. Let's focus on the topic at hand here. So the new allegation is a supposed revelation that Poetik Flakko made, as he just did a video stating that Lil Durk and Bricc can be locked up for the death of Lul Pab, allegedly. Now, most of the information that was used in this video to put things together is information that's already been out there. And surprisingly, or not too surprisingly, but most of the information that was put out there by Flakko is information that came straight from the sources themselves. This is why I will always continue to say how I never understood these guys that say that bloggers are dry snitching or snitching, when the same information that the bloggers are using or speaking on are coming from these guys themselves. All Flakko did was pretty much make a compilation of stuff Bricc and Quando Rondo said and pointed out some things that may affiliate Bricc to the demise of Lul Pab. Now, why does Flakko feel so comfortably putting that narrative out there? I don't know. But to ask that would mean you will also have to ask why Bricc has also had some loose lips concerning the Lul Pab situation as well, although he never really said anything flat out. But here lies the problem. For some reason, these guys think the little subliminals that they put in these songs or interviews, the feds can't detect. And whether they actually get charged, there's a such thing called conspiracy, where if you say enough, you can get yourself involved in a conspiracy case. And one thing for sure is, if fans and social media are able to dissect certain things and put it together, what makes you think that these special agents who get paid to investigate for a living aren't doing the same thing? So honestly, the best thing to do is to not put anything on social media. But as y'all know, telling these guys these days not to post online information incriminating themselves is like pulling teeth from a toddler. Now, during Flakko's video, he mentions that Lil Durk and Bricc were cool and were even seen hanging with each other a month before Lul Pab's demise. Although Flakko kept saying that fans think or fans theory, it's clear that Flakko is making these statements from his own observation of what's been put out there by Bricc and Quando Rondo themselves. It's also been alleged that money was put on Quando's head, $100K to be exact, and instead of Lil Pab, Quando Rondo was supposed to be the target in that hit, which to this day haven't released any suspects or any information in regards to it after it happened. Now, first and foremost, that Pab situation never made sense to me for the simple fact of the story that we was told by the media. They said themselves that they were chilling at a gas station, the black SUV saw them, pulled up and started shooting, but hit Lil Pab and totally missed Quando Rondo. This would be weird because I have a hard time believing if Quando was the target and he admitted that he was caught off guard, then how did they manage to hit Lil Pab but totally miss him? But anyway, after Pab's death, Quando would start acting weird and distancing himself from the Rolling 60s Crips, even going as far as dropping his neighborhood and saying that he's no longer a part of that set. Now, we aren't sure what happened, but it's clear that something took place behind the scenes, because you don't just drop something like that you went hard for unless there's some internal problems happening and you're trying to get away from within that sector. Imagine a gang member repping his gang, but the minute he loses a friend due to some street stuff happening, he drops his flag because one of the ops took one of his friends. That don't even make sense. If anything, that's supposed to be the time where you and your team stick together the most and y'all do what y'all gotta do, right? Isn't that what being a part of the gang is all about? Having each other backs? Now it gets even weird because in a new snippet Quando released called Splash Bros, Quando would name drop Bricc Baby's name in the song. Though you can't really understand much, Quando would say, quote, "I dropped the bag with them blue hundreds, fresh from out the bank. It's time to make the score 2-1 and they got one down on my gang." Then in another bar he would say, quote, "Even with the same bandana on, California got real what? Show them what Savannah on." Now most people feel if he's speaking on Get Back or anything in regards to Lil Pab, why did he mention California and not Chicago? If he felt O Block or any of them had anything to do with it, wouldn't he mention Chicago instead of California? Because what affiliation would California have with Lil Pab or the bar of making the score 2-1? Unless someone from Cali that reps the same bandana at the time, like he stated, had something to do with it, right? Now before that song, Bricc Baby will drop his own song called Not Enough sometime before, where Bricc Baby will have some interesting lyrics as well. In the song, he would say, quote, "He was ducking trying to hide, now he inside a blunt. We dropped 100 on your guy, go scrape your partner up. Them switches just flip your brand new charger for trying to follow up. We charge a quarter for your pack, 100's not enough. The last N-word we turned the pack, we got 1 million plus. The way Boogie do his thing, he need 1 million plus." Now, honestly, whether any of these guys really had anything to do with anything, they're saying way too much in these songs, man. And sometimes when you listen to them, it almost sounds like it's a skit. It's like a Juicy skit, or it's like one of these TikTok skits where guys actually purposely name drop and say too much in songs. But it's funny because these guys are actually doing it, and I guess blindly. And with guys like Flakko highlighting every part, I don't know why he would feel so comfortable even making a headline implicating that Bricc Baby and Lil Durk had anything to do with it, because that starts a narrative for people to start believing, whether it's true or not. With Bricc Baby and Durk's affiliation, it wouldn't take much convincing for people to believe that narrative neither. So why does Flakko feel so comfortable putting this type of narrative out there, knowing that this case isn't even solved yet? But once again, this is Flakko. Now, Bricc Baby did an interview with Real Tune, and when he was asked about the snippet, he says that he don't care about it because it's old, and he had plenty of conversations and FaceTimes with Quando Rondo since then, to where there's no hard feelings like before. However, one may wonder if it was old and they both patched up their relationship, then why would Quando Rondo release it to open up old wounds that they already fixed? If it is an old song, it's kind of weird. Now, another thing that's kind of weird is that in that same interview, he would mention that he had to explain to Quando Rondo a couple times why he's standing with Lil Durk. And once again, I don't know what these guys' affiliation with each other actually is, but I know that usually when two guys are a part of the same set and rep the same gang, it's not too often you're going to hear one of them pick an outsider over someone who's also a gang member as well. So what is Bricc Baby's loyalty to Lil Durk all about after all? But anyway, I don't know what would make Flakko come out and throw Bricc Baby under the bus like that, but something don't seem right. I honestly can't put my hand on it, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Poetik Flakko have made it clear and public that he thinks snitching is a good thing for hip hop. So I don't know if this is his way of segueing that into this. I don't know. But y'all also got to remember that this industry is like the new WWE, man. You never know what's real. Judging from that interview Durk did with Academics, or the one Bricc Baby himself did with Poetik Flakko when he spoke on the No More Slide for Vaughn stuff, I be feeling like it's no way they saying what they be saying, right? There's no way you could tell me that these guys really be saying half of the stuff that they say clear as day, like nobody know what they're referring to. And just know that any publicity is considered good publicity in that whole industry. Y'all remember when NBA Youngboy made that statement on Twitter about things not really being what we think it is and it's just entertainment and stuff like that? And there was even rumors of him and Durk being cooler. I don't know, man. These days you don't know what to believe. It just is what it is. Y'all jump in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.